Today, I'm going to shift your mindset to ensure that you are financially free by the end of the year. These are the mindset shifts that you need to have about money in order to release yourself from the control that money may be having over you right now. So if you are experiencing things like debt or having a hard time coming up with the funds to do the things that you want, or feeling like you just can't live life the way that you want to because you don't have money to support you, these are the things that are going to make a difference. And I speak from experience, okay? I used to be $40,000 in debt. I have had to work multiple jobs at a time just to make ends meet. I've been poor, okay? And so I've learned how to use the law of attraction in order to bring lots of money into my life. And these are the 3 essential belief shifts you have to make regarding money in order to do the same. Now, I do recommend watching this video multiple times, particularly if this is new information to you. If I tell you these things and they sound kind of crazy, you may want to listen to this video a bunch of times so that it really gets in there and your subconscious programming about money changes and shifts so that you too can be financially free. Because really, to be financially free, you have to accept the truth about money. So we're going to find out if you can handle the truth, okay? Are you ready? Let's jump on into it. Here is the first truth about money that many people are not going to like because it's going to radically interfere with what they've been taught about money. Okay. Now, it's not bad news. Okay? It's actually good news. All right. So, think about this. If it violates what you believe, sit there and contemplate, would life be easier if I believed this? And I guarantee you it would be, okay? But here's the truth. The people who are most careful with their money and most cautious with their money are the exact same people who are most negatively controlled by money, okay? So the people who are the most cautious and the most careful are simultaneously the people who are most controlled by money and who are going to have the highest level of experience of being trapped by money and not being financially free. Now, this is radical thinking for a lot of people because traditional financial advice is to save your pennies. Be responsible. Look for the best deal. Okay. Save your money for a rainy day. Be frugal. Please notice though, okay, is that when we have that attitude about money, what are we saying about how we feel about money? We're saying that we're scared. We're saying that we fear what money can do to us. Why would you feel the need to be so cautious and careful and restricted about money if you didn't feel on some level that money was to be feared? Okay, so this is a very important truth to understand about money that so many people buy into. And of course they buy into it because everyone tells you this advice, right? You need to watch your pennies. You need to be careful. You need to be safe with money. Be smart with your money. But those are beliefs that say we believe we're controlled by money. And so the more you buy into that belief structure that you need to be cautious, you need to be careful, you got to keep your eye on it, put it under your mattress, lock it up, be mindful about it. You're making a big, hairy, scary deal about money. And you're saying in essence that money controls me. I'm not in control of money. Money is in charge of me. So I got to be careful with it. I got to be careful with it. One of the best things that I've done for myself in going from being very restricted with money to now being financially free, where lots of money's coming in, I always have what I need. It's almost hard for me to spend it. I don't even know how to spend all of it now. Okay. We've gotten to that point. One of the best things that I've done is just getting really loose with it. Okay. And so what I mean by this is, leaving it around, over tipping, not checking prices, just being very cavalier about money. So if I go to the grocery store, I don't sit there and scan and make sure that the cashier got everything just right and all the prices are exactly what they were supposed to be. That's how I used to do it when I was very cautious with money. Today, I don't even know how much it is. I'm usually talking to my husband or on the phone or talking to the cashier, and I just run the card. I don't even know how much I paid. Okay. Back in the day, I used to hide my money or keep it all in the bank, keep it all tucked away. Now I leave it laying out. It's in lots of different places. I don't even know where all it is. It's just tucked away all over the place. So if I ever need a few bucks, maybe there's some in the drawer, there's some in the car, there's some in a purse. I just leave it out. Okay. And so this is a really important thing to understand, is that if you have a more relaxed attitude about money, you don't feel controlled by it. There's this sense of security that it's always going to be there. I don't need to worry about this. Money is like air. I'm not out trying to conserve air. I'm not out trying to conserve water. And I always have more than enough air and water. Well, you want to have that same attitude when it comes to money. And again, this flies in the face of what most people will tell you about money, but it is critical if you want to become financially free. All right, let's continue shifting your mind so that you can be financially free by the end of the year. Here is the next thing. We want your subconscious mind at some point. Maybe not today, but if you rehearse this enough, we want that subconscious mind to get this, okay? Money isn't real. Okay. Let me say that again. Money isn't real. Instead, money is imaginary. Money is imaginary. Now, this is an important thing to start to ruminate on and start to accept as a fundamental belief that you have about money. Most people believe money is real. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. And if it's a real thing, what we mean when we say real, by the way, because I would argue, if I want to go off on a real tangent here, I could argue that nothing's real. And I'm not going to do that because we're going to stay on task here. All right. But when we say something is real, what we mean is this thing is outside of me. It's operating of its own volition, and I have no control over it. If something is real, I honestly don't believe I created it. I honestly don't believe I have any control over it. It's over there, I'm over here, and that's it. Okay, so with money, most people believe that money is real. It's this tangible thing that they have no control over. Now, here's the thing. Money is imaginary. It's so imaginary, I can even explain it in regular 3D physical reality terms. Okay, so if we think about things like resources, okay, so like plants grow from the ground, lumber is a natural resource, gas, oil, fossil fuels, natural resources. Okay, and so these are natural resources. Money is not a natural resource. It's not a natural resource. It's something that we have created collectively as humans. Okay, it's a symbol. It's not actually anything. Now, of course, we print money into paper and coins, and so those are like tangible objects. I get that. But think about most of your money. Where is most of your money right now? Do you have it under your mattress? Is it in your house? Or is it in the bank? Is it in the bank? For most of you, it's going to be in the bank. That's where most of your money is, right? Well, do you think that the bank actually has a little pile with your name on it of actual bills sitting there? This is Sharon's money. No, all you have at the bank is what? You have a little imaginary number typed in with a keyboard to a web page. That's what you have. A little number. It's a number that someone typed in, and it's a number that somebody could just as easily type over, which is a scary thought to some people, I'm sure. All right, but it's imaginary. It's not even tangible money in your bank account. It's just a little number somebody typed in there. So your wealth isn't measured in paper or coins. It's measured by this number. That's it. It's not a man-made thing. It's not something that grew up from the ground. It's not something that's actually a tangible thing. It's an imaginary number. That's all it is. Money is more like language than it is a real tangible thing. Okay, so language is something that we have created. It's symbolic, all right? It's symbolic. It's something that we as humans have evolved, and we continue to change and grow and expand with time. But it's built on our imagination. It's not real. And this is an important thing to understand. We want you to take ownership of money. Okay, just like humans created language and we're creating language, we created money. It's under our control. Okay, and so notice here when we talk about financial freedom, a lot of this has to do with taking your control back. Money isn't something outside of you controlling you. Rather, money is something you created and you control it. And one of the best ways to reinforce this into your mind is just to remind yourself that money is imaginary. Money is imaginary. This is something we really want the subconscious mind to grab onto. So you stop feeling controlled by money, and now you get to change it and shift it in your world. All right, now we have another truth about money to talk about. But first, if you like law of attraction videos that teach you how to create the life of your dreams, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, go ahead and turn on the little handy notification bell. I put out content like this every single week, and I know you're going to love it. All right, here's our next truth about money to set you free. Again, these are all thoughts. These are all things you want your mind to chew on. So you really start to get it in your mind that you're the one in the driver's seat. Okay, because when you're the one in the driver's seat, you can command as much money as you want into your life. All right, so here's another truth about money. We've already established that money is imaginary. Okay, it's imaginary. It's something created with your mind. Okay, and so if it is imaginary, you can have as much of it as you want. Okay, in fact, everybody has exactly how much they've imagined themselves to have. There's a lot of people out there who feel very upset that some people have a lot and some people have very little. And it does feel on the surface very, very unfair. Okay, it absolutely does. Feels that way. And it looks that way. However, money at its root, again, it's not real. It's imaginary. It's imaginary. And so when people create money in their reality, they're creating it through their imagination. So based on wherever somebody is, their beliefs about money are what are drawing it into their world or preventing it from growing. That's it. There is no limit on how much money there is in the world. It's not like there's $20 billion and that's it, and we all have to fight about it with each other. No, money is imaginary. So you can imagine as much as you want and draw as much as you want into your world, and so can everyone else. Because we all have imagination. See, you attracting more money into your life doesn't take money out of other people's lives. It simply means that you have imagined more for yourself. It isn't a zero-sum game, okay? You take some, somebody else loses isn't the way that it works. Rather, you get to imagine as much as you wish to have, and so does everyone else. And you can even make the argument here that you attracting as much money as possible is really good for people who don't have as much money right now. Why? Because you provide an example of what's possible. And you get those people to start to think about wanting more money and learn about getting more money. Okay, so maybe they become more attracted to learning about the law of attraction, how to expand their minds around money. You being restricted with money and not having so much, by contrast, doesn't help anybody else at all. Okay, because it isn't providing anybody else with any kind of evidence that they can have more. And if anything, it's probably going to make some people feel guilty about attracting money because you don't have as much. All right, so unhinge yourself from that idea that there's only so much money to go around. Money is unlimited. It is infinite in nature. You can have as much of it as you want because, again, it's not real. It's imaginary. Now, if you'd like to learn more about manifesting more money into your life, I do have some very popular manifesting courses on abundance. I'll go ahead and link those up below in the description if you'd like to check them out. Also, if you are new to my work here, I would love to invite you to take my very quick 5-minute law of attraction test. If you would like to know for sure that you really are the creator of your reality, I've designed a very simple, very quick 5-minute test where you can prove it to yourself. Put something out and watch it come back. And to take the test now, please go to manifestingtest.com. Again, that is manifestingtest.com. I'll also go ahead and put a link below in the description to the test, but manifestingtest.com is the direct link. Thanks for watching today's video to make you financially free by the end of the year. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another video soon. Bye-bye.